Heartbeat Alaska would like to thank the following sponsors for making our show possible. Brown's Electric. Thank you, Brown's Electric, for your generous support. Heartbeat Alaska is also brought to you by Frontier Flying Service. Thank you, Frontier, for getting Heartbeat Alaska airborne. Heartbeat Alaska would like to thank Cognac Incorporated. Without their support, this show would not be possible.
Heartbeat Alaska is also brought to you by Comtech Business Systems Incorporated and by the Maniluk Association, providing health and social services to residents of Northwest Alaska for over 30 years. Heartbeat Alaska is also brought to you by Ed's Kasilov Seafoods.
1, 2, 3, 4, let's go.
It's Heartbeat
It's a fabulous show.
Alaska.
Hi, Heartbeat Alaska.
It's Heartbeat Alaska.
Pull up a chair and enjoy the show.
Hear it from Sitka to Barrow. Gather around for Jeannie's show. It's the Aleut, the Indian, and the Eskimo. It's the Aleut, the Indian, and the Eskimo.
Welcome one, welcome all.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heartbeat Alaska Native News. I'm Jeannie Green. Today we present a very special program thanks to Norton Sound Health Corporation, who chose Jeannie Green Productions to tell the stories of people who have had tough times and overcome them. It's a story of healthy role models, people that have been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and the t-shirt says, "We're doing fine."
This is our home. The sea and land that make up the Bering Strait region provide everything we and generations before us have needed. The Inupiaq, St. Lawrence Island Yupik, and Yupik people have lived here for as long as the walrus and seal have migrated with the ice. Important values such as hard work, sharing, spirituality, and living in harmony with nature have allowed our communities to thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Our ancestors respected and relied on the land and animals. At the core of their values was a strong connection to the Creator and to each other. We have come through a period of rapid cultural change. Today, serious issues of alcoholism, suicide, and unhealthy choices endanger and take the lives of our people. All of us have been touched by these tragedies. Yet among us are many people who, despite the turmoil, lead healthy, productive lives. We spoke with some of them and asked how, despite hard times, they stay on a healthy path. Know who you are and where you come from, some said. Be who you are. They talked about being involved in subsistence lifestyle activities and other traditions of our culture. These healthy activities connect us to our roots. Understanding the importance of family and community and the unique role each of us plays in these groups. Being sober so we can participate fully in community and family life. Alcohol and drugs don't let us develop to our full potential. learning effective coping skills that help us become stronger as individuals, families, and communities. Let's meet these role models. Jacob Awanona was born in 1923 and grew up in White Mountain. He and his wife, Hannah, have been married for over 54 years. As a boy, Jacob enjoyed school but missed many days because his family often moved out into the country for subsistence activities. Still, Jacob was an A student and finished the 8th grade. Jacob's teachers offered to take him outside for high school and college, but Jacob's parents declined.
You know, if I had gone, you wouldn't see me there. I'd make a one-eyed president. Yeah, anybody can do it. You believe in yourself, you can become anything you want.
Jacob put subsistence living first when talking about what makes him a healthy person.
We lived subsistence style of living when I was growing up. They taught us to survive. Our parents, our grandparents. Subsistence lifestyle, I'm still living subsistence lifestyle. Even if I worked, I go out and hunt and fish for the food I used to eat, and I still do that. You know, subsistence lifestyle is a healthy living, because you're out in the fresh air, do what you enjoy. You know.
Jacob moved to Nome at 17 to work for gold companies. For many years, he was on the job 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. Though busy, he made time for subsistence activities.
When wife and I raised a family, we took our children. I took time off from work to go subsistence lifestyle, go put fish away for the winter. And we go from here, from Nome, drive over to Council. From there we go to our fish camp, stay there for a month and a half or so, do some fishing, subsistence lifestyle. We take all our children, we taught them. See, I teach them subsistence lifestyle, how to live out there, how to survive, and all that. And our traditional values, our family values, traditional values, I taught my children, my grandchildren, and I'm teaching my grandchildren as well. The fish we catch, we share with our neighbors, our families, you know. That's the way we do it when we're growing up. You share and share alike. We take care of the less fortunate when I was growing up. You keep up your subsistence lifestyle, your traditional values. You know who you are, where you come from.
Subsistence activities, traditional values, and lots of hard work are a part of Jacob's daily life.
Heading to the post office. Drop off mail.
They are also part of daily life for Merle and Rona Apassingok. Merle and Rona were raised in Gamble. Merle went to college in Fairbanks, then returned to the village. The two began dating when Merle asked Rona out one night while they were four-wheeling with friends. Their families supported the relationship and eventually arranged a marriage in the traditional St. Lawrence Island way. Merle lived with Rona's family for a year, providing his catch to her family and, according to tradition, helping with daily chores. The Apassingoks find that subsistence activities are part of their very identity. They affirm who they are when fishing, hunting, gathering, and putting away food.
It gets tiring when you stay at home or in the village for a long time, and you know, you get restless if you're not out there.
The Apassingoks travel out of the village each year so their kids can learn about life in other places. They feel it is important that their children can speak both English and St. Lawrence Island Yupik. Likewise, the family enjoys a variety of foods, and the kids help their mom when it's time to put away subsistence foods.
The food from the sea is less expensive, that's for sure, and it's good for you.
You know, there's a lot of foods that we've had in our families, but varieties, you know, is good. You know, sometimes, you know, you get tired of eating our local foods. You know, you want to try something different. In order to support lifestyle, you know, we have to go, you know, be ourselves out here and be who we are.
Family and community. Another key to healthy living that these role models talked about is honoring family and community. Like each member of a whaling crew, each of us must know and develop our own special gifts so we can play our part building a strong, healthy community. We must help younger people find their place in the community. Merle and Rona have their own family now, but their parents and other relatives remain very important in their lives.
Sometimes I think back, well, what if I didn't honor my parents or her parents, if she didn't honor her parents? I guess we could have lost out on all that instruction and guidance that they give us early on. When her side of the family experienced something joyful, you know, I'm happy too.
The Apassingoks have learned a lot about keeping their own relationship strong.
Trust each other and respect each other and be honest with each other.
Everything is not going to go smoothly. There's going to be tragedies, you know. In a long relationship, you're going to experience a lot of things together, a lot of exciting things and fun things and very traumatic, sometimes traumatic experiences.
Meet Tom and Beejay Gray of White Mountain. They have 4 children. Tom is a reindeer herder. More recently, he and Beejay have poured their energies into a fishing lodge at their camp. The Grays agree that a good relationship takes work.
But, you know, people that are having trouble in marriages, you know, there's no perfect person. There's no perfect situation.
And don't let the little things bother you. The important thing is doing the stuff that we enjoy and focusing on that and loving each other and just working at it. It's marriages has to be worked on daily to go on. We're very, very lucky. We're made for each other.
Is this reindeer meat or muskox or what?
Tom and Beejay value and focus on spending time with their children, especially since Beejay learned that she has cancer.
We learned this past couple of years that the time that you have with your kids and people in general, you know, time is short, and you want to make good memories rather than bad memories. And have to make the most of every moment you have with your family.
Tom and Beejay are teaching their children to work hard, even if, at times, their kids would rather not.
There you go.
The kids help build the family fishing lodge. They help out with the hard work of subsistence.
Hopefully we've put that in our kids, that they go out in the world and at least they can pick up a wrench or a tool or a hammer or something and know that they got to put 8 hours of work in or 10 hours or whatever. We go seal hunting, we cut dry fish, we pick berries.
Family and community are also very important to Roy Agloinga of White Mountain. After finishing college and working outside for several years, Roy yearned to move home to White Mountain. Taking care of his father and serving as mayor of White Mountain, he is finding more meaning in life and learning more about who he is.
I feel like it's a privilege for me to be here. I think that the people here are wonderful. They're very generous, they're kind, and they've given me a lot of respect and a lot of opportunity to help them. I try to stay focused on the positive things in our community. I enjoy, the good things that I see people do. You can always focus on the negatives. You can always find something in someone or in a group of people that is not good. It's so important for us to focus on those things in our communities that are working well and to look at how we can build on them.
Look for Heartbeat Alaska, because we're looking out for you. Alcohol and drugs are a big threat to our native way of life. All of us will face these dangers, and all of us can make healthy choices.
Sobriety.
As far as sobriety, I think that it's really critical for people to approach life's problems in a way that is fully aware and where they're conscious. Too many times we have people that work in our offices or that are living life and parenting in a way that they're not fully conscious, they're not fully aware. Even if they're sober at the time, they're still having the effects of that last night party or the last 2 days of smoking pot.
Not using alcohol, it's hard on a person to see your fellow natives abusing alcohol, especially your relatives. My younger brothers died of it. They want me to drink with them. I said, no, that's not where our parents taught us, and I'm not going to drink. I've been called names that I wouldn't even want to mention, because I wouldn't take a drink with my brothers, my relatives, friends that I know, just to take a drink. That hurts, but you win on a long run if you don't drink.
Frieda Tocktoo is a high school student in Breivik Mission. She plans to go to college and wants a career working with kids, possibly as a doctor. For a while, she attended Mount Edgecombe High School in Sitka to learn in a more academic environment. Now she helps tutor and encourage kids in her own village. She doesn't want any part of alcohol and drugs.
I've seen it affect a lot of people's life, and I just don't want to go there, and I don't want to be put in jail, and I don't want to hurt anybody else in the village, because it's obvious. It's here when people get drunk, they try and go after people and hurt one another and stuff, and I don't want to be in that kind of a situation.
Merle Apassingok also grew up around people who were drinking.
A lot of the childhood fears, when I look back, are alcohol related. You know, it's either an uncle or a cousin that was involved. You know, that scared me when I was a child. And I guess it's sometimes those memories that, you know, that scar our minds for a long, long time.
He had his first drink at 26, but never became a regular drinker. Values he was taught by family members while growing up guide his choices.
Because we turned out a lot of offers to, you know, to drink, and people get used to that, and, you know, they don't ask us anymore now because we don't always oblige.
And it feels good to choose not to drink. You know, you make the right decision, and because you know, who knows what might happen if you drink. And
it's how you're brought up that plays a big factor. Like, you got to have some self-discipline inside of you, and you back that up with your parents' teachings. And obviously, as an individual, as you grow more older and more mature, you know, you get to make your own decisions. But what guides you is early on what your parents instill inside of you. And self-discipline is one of the biggest factors in what you do and what you decide to do in life.
Some of those we look up to as healthy role models in our communities today were once controlled by alcohol. Beejay Gray recalls how alcohol slowly took over her life.
I always thought, you know, when I grow up, I'm never going to drink. Well, that didn't exactly happen after we got married. I started drinking, and I had a really bad experience with alcohol, and almost overdosed with alcohol. And for me to fall the lowest part of my life was good, because it made me aware that, you know, this is not the right path I want to go to. And what made me change was the fact that it scared my children. They were little then. It was really hard to quit, but every time I wanted to quit, my youngest one would remind me, "Oh, Mom, you almost died." And right there and then I would not want to, you know, ever touch it again.
Thank you so much, Norton Sound Health Corporation, for allowing Jeannie Green Productions Heartbeat Alaska to share these wonderful stories. Stay tuned for part 2 next week for Be Who You Are, Wellness from Within. I'm Jeannie Green. For all of us here at Jeannie Green Productions and Heartbeat Alaska, God bless you, and tune in again next week.
See ya.